Good morning, everybody. It's November 3rd, I believe. Air temp is 27 degrees. It's supposed to warm up to 58, says the weatherman, so praying to God he's right today. We got a little smoke on the water, obviously. I don't know what the water temp is. Once the transducer gets acclimated to that, we'll see what it is. I'm really hoping that we're still close to 50. If we're in the 40s today, could be tough. This may be the last trip. You never know. We'll see what the weather does. But if the water temp's really cold and it's no good today, this may be it. So we're going to enjoy it. We're going to give her hell. It's been a great season. Cannot complain about anything. We'll just have to see where the day goes. Got my warm gloves on. Grand Gizzler. It's cold, but it's awesome. It's beautiful. I'm the only one here, probably for obvious reasons. But we'll see how it pans out. I'm going to try my best and see what I'm given, and hopefully I click in here soon to talk to you guys. The goal is one. I want one fish. That was my goal last year in November, and I actually had a real good day my last day out. Certainly hoping for the same today, but the goal is one. So if you see me put one in, I'm happy. Other than that, I'm going to enjoy some sunshine and a beautiful day on the water. We'll talk to everybody soon. So check this out. I think you can see up ahead there, got a deer swimming across the lake. Never saw that before. Look at her go. I'm trying to zing up there. I don't want to scare her too bad, but I hope that's in the frame. Yeah, we got a deer. Came in from the right side there and just chugging across. Wow, things you can see, right? I've never seen that in person. It's about 18 feet deep there, and she's just cruising. Again, I don't want to scare her, but I kind of want to get that in the frame there for you guys. And there she goes. Actually, that might be a buck. Might have a wee little set of horns up there. Can't tell with my old turbo eyes. But look at that. That's really cool. Let's see where she comes out at. Maybe we can see her get up and shake it off here. That's really neat. Never saw anything like that. Not in person anyway. She's almost there. Let's see if she gets out, and there she goes, right by that log. Super cool, people. Hope you enjoyed that. I know I did. I haven't caught a fish yet. Only been about 20 minutes. But, the water's showing 52 to 55 degrees, so we should be able to find them. I started in the back of this cove again, just looking to see if the bait fish were back there, and they weren't. I couldn't find bait fish anywhere. So we're gonna go search for those guys a little bit in a couple different spots and see if we can't get bit somewhere. So hey, hope you enjoyed that. If not, I apologize for the slow video. Okay, shooey. Number one, skunk killer and goal maker. He's not big at all. He's nice and cool though. And there it is, spinnerbait, largemouth in November. The goal was one, and by goodness we got one. He hit like twice. It was kind of a tap tap, and there he was. So not a super aggressive bite, which is kind of worrisome. I kind of like when they're pounding, but the wind's kicked up pretty good, so the sun came out, which was nice, but then the wind really started to hit and chill things back down again. So kind of drifting along here. This has been a pretty good shoreline here. There's some scattered weeds, and that's where he came off of. Had one other follower today on the crankbait, so fish are here. I mean, they want to eat. That guy wasn't super aggressive, but again, he serves a tremendous purpose for me. Skunks out. But secondly, my goal was to catch one bass in November this year, and I've done that. So we're gonna keep trying here and do some different spots. Looks like we got 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 boats here now. Guys are starting to roll in here after the cold start. But we'll find our own spot and see if we can't muster up another fish or two and go from there. Number 2, better one. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Yeah, Turbo Yeti got him. All right, that's a legal fish here. Nice big black spot on the back. There you go, guys. All right, back here. This little spot was good last year. This spot was real good last year, and I haven't found anything here yet in the fall, and rolled in here today and we got our 2 so far. So yeah, pretty good actually. Oh, just missed one there, little guy. Yeah, he got the tail. All right, we're gonna back out here a little bit and try that shoreline one more time. Hang with me, folks. Hey people, found one in 5XD. I mean, he's legit. All right, there you go. Man, ate it too. Look at that. Yeah, he did. Got both in his mouth. Ah, there you go. Nice chunk. We'll take that all day. Any day, right? There we go. Back to a spot I had a lot of luck at. Kind of in that late September spot, and wind's really blowing me off this edge, this point here, but weeds are still here. I'm finding them. But that fish was still nice bright green. Spends a lot of time in the weeds. Those fish turn green. And here's what we're in, this stuff here. So we'll get rid of that. We'll come back around and see if we can't get another cast or 2 in there. But there you go. We're starting to build a program, folks. All right, we got team on the squarebill. I don't think he's very big. Let's see if we can get him in. There he is. All right, on the point in the wind, right where he's supposed to be. Good fishy. Number 4. We'll take it. No time to admire though. We got to keep rolling here. I don't know if you can see the water, but the wind is just blowing us by here as quick as we can get here. But that's where he should have been. Haven't found that big one. We found one keeper pushing 2 pounds, but the rest have been that probably 13 to 15 range, which is awesome. Don't get me wrong, that's freaking awesome. But yeah, I like to get into one more nice one for the year before we call it quits. You know, maybe a 2.5, 3 pounder would be really nice. But hey, 4 so far for the day. It's still early. Fighting a lot of wind, but it is what it is. Temperatures come up to where I could at least take my gloves off, which is fantastic. So my buddy Grant won't make fun of me anymore for the rest of the day. But no, I just caught a big oak leaf here. I'll have to get that off. Hold on. All right, another little guy. Not a monster. Number 5. Yeah, he hit it pretty good. There you go. A little largemouth. Little fella. Fitting the pattern though. It's little clumps of weeds in here, and I can feel the crankbait bouncing off them here and there, and that one kind of bounced off a little clump of weeds and smackarooski, so that's pretty cool. Always hoping for that big guy, right? And this time of year it can happen, but this lake's still pretty pressure. There's about 6 guys here today, and water's clear. Had a lot of pressure. I think a lot of our big ones suspend, and I did catch some in the spring and a couple a little later, but usually deeper. Doesn't mean I can't run into a decent one here today, so we're still hopeful. But we're up to 5, which is amazing. I was really hoping for 1, right? That was the goal, stated the goal. But yeah, throwing a squarebill, throwing a Strike King 1.5. working up towards this point here. It's an old road bed that cuts across right here. So sometimes I catch them off a clump of weeds where they meet this road bed. So I'm gonna try to work up here shallow for a while. The wind's a little calmer up here and I don't get blown around quite as much. So we're gonna try to enjoy that for a little bit before we go tackle the wind again. One of the day right here. Yes, we do. Son of a bitch. There you go, huh? That's the fatty we were after. Right off the road bed. I just mentioned that. He pounded it. Oh man, that's wonderful, folks. Let's see, where's he at? There he is. See him? How fat he is. Beautiful largemouth bass. Number 6 on the day, I believe. Down you go, pal. That was really good. There's a clump of weeds here. I just ran the bait through it, and they came out real bright green, nice crispy green, which is what you want. And I went right back at it and kind of came up the side of this point, which now I've kind of blown over, which I didn't want to do, but that's what happens when you catch Mr. Fishy. But anyway, came up on that point. I could feel the squarebill starting to tap bottom, hitting the rocks, and then just rod just loaded up. So yeah, it was a nice fat one there. He was definitely pushing our 2 pounds. Again, he ate it so good, so strong. So we're gonna let that sit there since I ran through it. I'm gonna cut across to this other side. This big flat over here is where I caught the majority of my big ones, the 3s, 3.5s, 4s. So we're gonna go over here and see what's left of the weeds on this flat, and I'm gonna see if I can spinnerbait or chatterbait couple up and work our way shallow. But seems like as the day's getting later, the bite's picking up a little bit. So hey, we're on our way, folks. Hope you're enjoying. Hooked up again, people. Let's see, it's got some weight to it. Oh, that's a good fish. All right. Oh no, it's not. He's a little fella. I just had him hooked in the side of the head a little bit. Hey, we'll take him now. That's the first fish on this squarebill, which is a flat side little guy, nothing crazy. That's a 6 cents flat side F4 finesse, they call it. I've used the craw killers, the orange one and reddish orange one in the river, and caught a bunch of smallmouth on them, but never got a largemouth on it in the lake until that one. So that's number 7 for the day. He hit really good, but he had that back hook kind of in that side of his head, so he felt a lot bigger than he was, which unfortunately tends to be the case sometimes. So hey, anyway, it's all good. We're just out here to catch fish today. Anything we catch is awesome. It's November 3rd. It's warmed up a little bit. I think we're in the 50s now, which is a lot better than that 28 was this morning. But hey, to keep finding fish, seems like they're on these scattered weeds and a little bit on the points. Can't find anybody shallow. The shallow was actually colder. It was only 51 degrees. I get up here and it's a little better. We're getting to 52 to 55. So we'll probably stay a little deeper here and try to work these points and some of the scattered clumpy weeds that are still green. But boy, anything we can catch is just wonderful. So yeah, that was a cool one. First fish on this 6 cents crankbait. So it's always good to christen a lure. Family and friends and whoever else may be watching this, it's time to go. It's about 2:30, 3 o'clock. The wind has been really difficult. I'm a little beat up trying to hold the boat in place and put drifts together. Water temp for my purpose though is lowest was 51, real shallow, and anywhere else you got on the lake was around 54, 55. So we got a little more water temp left to get things done up here. I got 7 on the day, squarebill, 5XD, and spinnerbait I believe did the trick. So we found a few fish, found a couple nice ones, which was great, and a couple average ones, which again was great. The goal today was 1 fish, so 7 is bigger than 1, if my math is correct. So I'm going to try to get out of here. I'm going to have to put the boat up on shore, but the wind's blowing in there pretty hard, so we're going to see how we do with that since they took our dock away. So hey, great day was had by all. TGIF, have a great weekend, everybody. Go Stillers, great win yesterday, and I will talk to everybody soon. I don't think this is my last trip, so I'll save my goodbyes for maybe one more time out here.